Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday Spot in the Pagan Perspective. This week we're talking about college life. So, Schmitty4252 has written in. I'm going to put the topic in the bottom bar. You can read down there because I'm not going to read it all for you. Not this week at least. Because it's kind of long. Takes me a long time to read it. So, to cut down on time filming or recording, I guess we don't use film anymore, I'm going to try to just give you the gist. So basically, Schmitty, which I'm assuming I can call you, I hope I can call you that, has written in about that they just got into college. Congratulations, by the way. And doesn't really know what college life will bring them. Doesn't know about how to practice in college. Basically, I'd say the same way that you practice at home. If you're open about how you practice, or you're very open about being a practicing pagan, then I would say I wouldn't change that much. If you're going to offend somebody or it's really going to hurt somebody, then I might ease into it a little bit more. But basically, if you're a very open and proud pagan, then I would say, if it is in your best interest, and you're not going to get stoned to death over it, I'd say stay open. I'm not out of the broom closet, and I can't answer out of the broom closet questions because very few people know that I'm a practicing pagan or Christo-pagan, but there are some that do. So, how open are you about your beliefs? Again, I didn't go to college. I'm in the military, and I don't really talk about my beliefs because it's really nobody else's business, just mine. What limitations do you encounter and how to deal with them? And if you plan to do ritual in the dorms, it is my belief that college dorms are very much similar to military dorms where you can't have open flames and such. So I would suggest, electrify anything that you can. If you need candlelight, get electric tea lights. That might be a rule. Incense, you're not allowed to have open flames, so you can't burn incense, stuff like that. Check your dorm rules. I believe that's the way college life is. I think Cara can probably explain this a lot easier than me. You might be able to do rituals outside, see if there's a park nearby, what have you, excuse me. What's the best way to find other like-minded individuals on a college campus? Some colleges, I believe, have bulletin boards where people post up, hey, starting a group, or there's already a group going, and this is where we meet, this is when we meet, come join us, blah blah blah. You might be able to find a Wiccan group or a study group of some sort at the bulletin board, so something like that. If you can't, I know that Witch's Voice, the witchvox.com, I think it is, you can search by areas, and you might be able to find like-minded individuals there. Now, for the military members out there, and even for college goers, because a lot of this might reflect into, or might carry over into your college life. This is Faith and Magic in the Armed Forces. I read it a few years ago, and it was pretty darn good. It's by Stephanie Barner, and that's a book I'm going to be reading up on because I am going to Korea for a year, and as of October, November timeframe. So if there's a lapse in me doing videos around that time, that's why. And again, I'm going to be explaining that more, in the coming months. Another thing that I'm going to be taking with me, and if you guys have watched my personal channel, which hasn't really been active that much in the last 2-3 years, whatever, is my travel altar. This is my travel altar box. I take this on any trip whenever I go on a trip. I pack this with all the essentials that I need to do for a basic ritual. My ritual stylings have changed in the last few years since I've done it, so I'm just going to share some of the basics of what's going to be in my my travel altar. Again, this is a very simple CD box that you can pick up At least you used to be able to pick them up at Walmart or Target. It's cloth, it's lined, nobody thinks anything of it because it looks like a CD box. Very easily concealed. So, what's going in my altar box is all my stuff that I may need now or in the future for a ritual. So, I'm going to go by the elements, and I'm just going to go all the way around this table here, because I'm actually going to kind of pack up my altar box, or my travel altar, other than a few other things. Some stuff will come back out here, because I still need a ritual or two done before I leave here. So, one thing I picked up recently are my new bells. These came out of a Catholic church, and excuse me, I thought they were very cool, and they have a great ring for excuse me, for a bell. And I have my wand in here. This is a selenite wand, and just about everything that I pack in my travel altar has a little travel case with it, so it goes in there. And everything that I want to take should all fit in this box. I have my East tile. So I have a friend that makes these up, and she sells them. They're very cool if you need directional representation. So if you don't have anything else, get some tiles, write the letters on it, north, east, south, and west, and there you go. Little tiny tiles, maybe 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, 2 inch squared, whatever. So there's my East. And also, I have, let me find it here, this little carrying case that I made holds all my crystals I use for elemental representations and my pagan. So that'll go right here for now. For my south representation, I don't really have anything that I can take that represents south, because I'm going to be flying. There's going to be, there's a blade length for, flight and blah blah blah. I don't want to deal with carrying blades on a plane. Not good news. Also, again, no fire. So my south representation is going to be this and the south crystal. So that's my south representation. If you guys have any other suggestions for anything to represent fire or the south, please let me know. You have until October. Good luck. So moving on, I got west. I got my west tile. That goes there. I have a little votive holder that I'm going to put water in, so that can go in there. I need to find a little pouch for that so it doesn't get broken. I got my paten, well, I should say we're transitioning to north. I got my paten, which is actually more used in the center of my altar than as a north representation, because my north representation will be this selenite, column, I guess you would call it. My north tile, and of course my north crystal. So all my crystals will go into this pouch. They all fit nice and neatly in there. For my ancestral representation, I not only have my crystal, but I have a crystal skull. I think it's actually made of glass, but that's okay. It's the representation and the visualization that counts. So the skull gets wrapped up nice and neatly, put right in there. For my God representation, I have a simple little crucifix. Not necessarily a rosary, but I also have those too. So I might take those along as well. And that can just get popped right in there. And, of course, I got crystals for those too. So, while I'm away, I like to do divination. I like to do divination any time of the year. So, and this isn't the actual one that I'm going to be taking, but this is stand-in. This is my pendulum. It gets put in its little pouch, and it'll go right in the box. Something that's actually made its way into my practice and stayed in my practice for the last couple years is my selenite orb, or crystal ball, and I wrap it up and put it in there. And I use that for meditation. I've actually found that I can get into a better meditative state using that. So I'm going to pack that and my crystal ball holder. That goes in there. If I choose to do my rune readings, I have these awesome runes that Dancing Rabbit and Feather have sent me. And I'm going to take them on my trip. So thank you again, Dancing Rabbit and Feather. This was a few years that they gave these to me, and I believe I said thank you. I hope I did before. If I didn't, I'm incredibly rude, and I'm sorry. So, basically, like I said, this is going to be full of crystals, but this is just to show you that after all that's done, basically I have my altar cloth to fold up that gets put right in there, and it's not even completely full yet. I still have room to put in my tarot cards, too. So, those will be going with me. And maybe a few other things, and I'm definitely going to be packing books because I don't see me having any other things to do but read and learn and talk to you guys. So, again, travel altar, a little on the hefty side, little weight to it, but well worth it. So, again, you can pick these up at Target, or at least you used to be able to. You can probably order them on Amazon. A small little box should hold everything that you need to do a basic ritual, and anything that you can't do with this little box, you can do on the astral plane. Astral plane rituals are much easier, and actually, I did not answer one of the questions either. It's what do you do with roommates if they don't believe the same? If you have a roommate that doesn't believe the same as you, you might be able to come to an agreement of, hey, during the Sabbath, Esbuts, I get, an hour, 2 hours to do ritual because it's important to me, and hopefully they understand. If not, you might have a park that's nearby, a common area, or even talk to, if you have a chapel on your campus, or even if you're in the military on base, if you have a chapel available, then ask your chaplain or the residing priest or whomever if you can use their facilities for the night or for an hour block. And a lot of times, because they're there for your religious freedoms, they will agree and will say, even though I can't help you with anything, I can provide you with what you need, and then they step away. So, basically, that's my video for this week. I hope it's not incredibly long once I edit everything down and get it posted. So, hopefully, I've answered your question. If you have anything to add or any suggestions, put them down in the bottom bar, and I will get back to you guys with a video later this week, or later this month. So, until next time, may you have a great day and a better tomorrow, and may your ancestors be with you. Bye-bye.